I don't know nothing about. We in this joint. We up in this joint. What y'all up to? Y'all want me to lie to you right quick? Of course. Of course. You know it's going to be a short one. It's going to be a short one. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Repo that vehicle. She was all good just a week ago. About to start snitching, ain't you?
You ready to start bitching, ain't you?
I forgive you. I forgive you. Hustling just ain't you.
Damn. What y'all? Drop a bomb on that mud. This is episode 158. Your one and only favorite Wylin is back with another one. I know last week I got a little you feel me. I got a little you feel me last week, but you know.
If you listening to this now, that means Swizzy got it cleared for me. 2018, what a fucked up year for me. Take it back to January, nigga lost his father. Only way I got through it was bumping Wayne's first Carter with the speakers blaring. Windows down on my McLaren, see the wheels and it's apparent. That's why these fuck niggas stand. Had a premonition, parked and got out, Calabasas fall. Triple X, Biggie, Pac, niggas kill rappers in cars. That was back in June. I missed out on a couple million, gotta get back in tune. I wake up, work out, hit the studio right afternoon. Still got a pack of two to pick my kids up after school. Don't put me in no situation where one of us niggas have to lose. Cause you'll be in a casket soon, clothes tighter than Mac and Tune. Another classic with no Jigga verse, it'll happen soon. Go bar for bar with Jigga, last wish of a young spitter. Even if the verse is killer, that is not how I die. I seen my death.
Hold on, Hov wrong for that. He not wrong for not giving Game the verse, cause Game just be out here doing the most. Game be out here doing the most. I know niggas don't like Game's personality, and he be, like I said, once again, you cannot overstate it enough. Cuz be doing the most. He be doing the most for real. Or maybe I should say for him, you know, blood. He be doing the most. But let me just say, there is not many rappers, dead or alive. I promise you this. I promise you this. It's not many rappers, dead or alive, that's better than Game. Let me go to one more. This motherfucker right here, I remember, where was I at? Santa Monica, sliding down Venice, some shit like that. With the speaker, doing my 1-2 step on that motherfucking arbor board. Nigga was like, damn, what album that on? I'm like, nigga, that's that motherfucking Jesus piece, fool. That's freedom right there.
No cap.
Holding my daughter in the booth, her mama out there somewhere in that building trying to find the roof. I wave my wine and here comes Kendrick. Niggas say the West ain't winning, I'm just trying to find the proof. Speaking of proof, I'm about to roll one with Snoop. Blow the smoke out to your memory and toast to Eminem, cause he gave me the shit that I needed on documentary. Keep it real with myself, I got murdered like John Kennedy. But that was cool, cause I was just there for the energy. Watching Bizarre pop pills while Tupac and my Hennessy. First time in Detroit, had to rock the Grand Hills, cause I threw up my dukes when California was at a standstill. But hope ain't lost, cause Dr. Dre the man still had faith in me. Knew I had heat like an anvil. Ran through entire crews, put their remains in the landfill. And I ain't lost the hunger, I'm eating out the can still. Yeah.
Shout out to
all the Nas out in the world right now. I know they listening like, this young nigga be killing this shit. Hip hop is like Ciroc, I'm about to drop a pill in this shit. Let's go. Bars, nigga, like Nas, nigga. The flow is rockin' with the Birdman cars, nigga. Hold on, I gotta take Birdman's car, nigga.
Hold the fuck up.
Stunner, what up, blood?
What up, blood? My nigga, look. I know this the last one.
Nigga, I'm too hype right now. I can't even cap. Let me turn that motherfucker off, man, because I really been to let that shit ride. That's my joint right there. That's my joint right there. I was on that, I was dying on that hill alone for a long time. It took a long time for niggas to come around. It took a minute for niggas to come around.
Just an opinion, and I've been
but now they can't front on it no more. That Jesus piece is a motherfucking classic. I ain't lying. It took a long time for niggas to come around. Niggas was looking at me crazy. Niggas was trying to talk to me. Niggas wasn't talking to me nice when I was in 2013 when I was telling niggas how ill this motherfucking Jesus Peace album is, man. Damn, this bitch dropped in 2012, but shit, either way, I was still out here trying to deliver the message. This is a fucking phenomenal album. This shit don't make no goddamn sense. I swear to God. Every time I play this album, I only skip one track, and that's the intro. Track 1. That's the only shit I skip. Other than that, it don't make no sense how good this album is. It really don't make no sense how good this album is. But anyways, what's going on, everyone? Like I said, just one time for everybody that be working at the stadiums, man. Shout out to everybody that be working at the goddamn arenas, man. Security, parking attendants, concession stand workers, all of the above. You know what I mean? Just one time for them, dog. Cause niggas had me fucked up this morning. So I go to the game. This is episode 158 of the Wylin for Respect podcast. I go to the game this morning. Texans versus Tampa Bay. And they really had me jacked up with the parking. I'll be honest with you. I damn near didn't want to go. My mom hit me up the other day, was like, yo, you trying to go to the game on Sunday? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Yes, I'll go. I'll go. I'll leave the option open for me if I don't want to go. But if you're asking me, yes, I'll go. Now, my mom, she's out of country right now. I didn't even know she wasn't even in. I didn't even know my mom wasn't in town. That shit, I mean, obviously, what she gonna do, run something by me? I'm just saying, I had no idea my mom wasn't even in the country. Shorty in South Africa right now. Cause I was thinking just throughout the week, like, I wonder who am I gonna go to the game with this week? Cause my mom got season passes. She got season tickets, right? She been season ticket holder for damn near 20 years or some shit like that. So I'm just like, yeah, I wonder who she gonna go to the game with or whatnot. And my brother was supposed to come down this weekend. He had hit me this week and was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be in Houston this weekend, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But he ain't end up making it. So my mom, she was like I said, she hit me if I wanted to go to the game. I'm like, yes, for surely. Send them tickets right on over. But then I was just thinking, like yesterday, like, man, dealing with parking, all this and that shit, trying to lead a motherfucking stadium, that shit be sucking. And I live close to the stadium. I literally live like a mile, 2 miles max from the stadium. I'll say 3 miles. 3 miles max from the stadium, for real. Shit literally right around the corner. But that should be taking a minute to get, like, just leaving the stadium is a bitch, man. It's a bitch. So I go today. They tell me where to park, this and that. I'm following directions. But as I turn into the parking lot, I'm just like, yo, like, it's mad tailgating going on in this section. Like, I'm supposed to be parked in the blue lot. But when I was coming into the stadium today, the lady, just the line that I went through, she gave me a gold parking pass, even though she sat there and seen on my phone, scan blue parking. But she gave me a gold parking pass, this and that shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go, yo, and let me just say this right quick. It is hot as fuck in my apartment right now. My apartment low-key ghetto. I ain't even gonna cap. Our AC be going out every now and then, at least once every 2 weeks, some shit like that. It'll go out for like a day. Or maybe 2 days, some bullshit. But over the past week or so, it's been kind of cool in Houston, especially like earlier this week. The highs was only getting to like 55 and shit like that, maybe 60. The lows was down like 43, 45, shit like that. So AC just wasn't really a thing. But fucking Houston, it's back up to being hot again. So I'm just kind of dealing with that right now, guys. So pardon me. Anyways, I'm just driving through and I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I supposed to park at? Like, all I see is a bunch of fucking tailgate and this and that. So I'm just following this one car. So then this one dude's he's like pulling up, and then all of a sudden this guy's like, yo, you got to back up. You got to turn around, this and that shit. I'm like, fuck. So I bag back. I try to turn, but it's a sharp turn because one nigga got a big ass hitch trailer on the side. Then they got the fucking little gates to block off the people's tailgating section, like a big ass gate. Like it's hella gates. That's probably a little section that could easily fit 100 plus people over there. I'm like, fuck. It was a tight ass space, and I'm in the new Tiz. You know what I'm saying? Like the new Tiz guy, it's kind of hard. So long story short, I didn't hit the gate and all this and that shit. Trying to get out there. Shout out to all the do-gooders that seen like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna be able to make it. So they moved the gate back. I still end up clipping the hell out that bitch. So anyways, I found somewhere to park. Going to the game. Everything's cool. But I'm hungry though. Because the game wasn't until 12. I pulled up to the stadium probably around 10:30, some shit, somewhere around that time. So we going to halftime. I think we're down like 17-10. We're down 17-10. We're going to halftime. But I'm hungry. I'm really kind of hungry. And I'm really not even kind of paying attention to the game that much, for real. I'm texting. I'm doing all this and that shit. So I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I already bought me a drink. That shit costs goddamn $12. It won't nothing but a 20 ounce. I'm like, I'm not finna wait in these long ass snack lines with everybody else. With everybody fucking else during halftime to get some of this expensive ass food. Like, fuck this shit. I'm just finna lead the game early. So I dip at halftime, and I had no regrets. Went to the car, dipped off. Nobody else was leaving, so it was just like leaving fucking Walmart or some shit like that. Like, I'm just in and out. Wasn't even no thing. But we ended up winning, and it ended up being a crazy ass game. I get to the crib, I'm eating, I'm watching the game on TV. Man, fucking the Bucks, they take the lead. They ended up taking the lead with under a minute left to go. I'm like, fuck, bro, we finna lose this shit. My nigga, we ended up coming back and winning that bitch. Drove that bitch 95 yards in 40 seconds. We drove that shit 95 yards with 40 seconds. With 6 seconds to spare once we scored that bitch. We had 6 seconds to spare. CJ Stroud went crazy today. Nigga had almost 500 yards passing. I was shitting on bro in the first half. Nigga was overthrowing folk and all kind of shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga CJ Stroud is trash. He is not the one. He ended up fucking around really doing it up. So I was a little upset with myself, like, damn, Don. Yo, you should have stayed. But I ain't even gonna lie. The game just ended. It's going on 4 o'clock right now. The game just ended maybe 10 minutes ago. It's going on 4 o'clock. I probably wouldn't get home right now until 4:30. And like I said, I live 3 miles max away from the stadium. So fuck it. Is what it is. Great win, Texans. But all right, guys, let's get into it. And this first topic is, it's an interesting one. Not necessarily because it's just so interesting, but I heard this. I'm gonna play a little clip for y'all. And when I heard this, I was like, wow, that's an interesting perspective. And I've kind of thought about it before, but I never really thought about it or really like went into depth with it, but just kind of like, so here we go.
Everybody is killing him for this, right? But let me shoot him a little bit of bail, right? I don't agree with the lifestyle, obviously. Like that goes without saying. The other side of it though is that I also respect everybody's ability to live whatever lifestyle that they want to live within the privacy of their own home, right? So I'm cool with Dwight's perspective on it, because my thing is, I don't like the idea that people that live a different lifestyle got to promote it to where it then becomes a social norm to everybody else. My thing is, whatever you gonna do, I may not necessarily agree with it the same way I may not necessarily agree with people that cheat, right? But my thing is why do you got to promote it to where it then got to be a social norm, to where now I have to acknowledge what you doing in your own bedroom, whereas that should just be whatever it is that you got going on. My biggest problem is not whether or not I agree with somebody or disagree with it. It's about whether or not we promote it in the media. And I think that the dudes is the clout chaser. I think that the dudes that want to go online and act like females and release text messages and all this other type of stuff. And yeah, granted, he should have protected himself and he should have played it a little bit differently. But my point is, I don't like the fact that people be clout chasing off of other people, and I'm not sure what they're looking to get out of it.
Anyways, the part that really stuck out to me was the whole promotion. Now, Dwight, this was, and let me just fill you in, this was Anton Daniels speaking on Dwight Howard. We know that last week, whatever the case, Dwight Howard got caught up in this and that, blah, 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 right? But he brought just the point of promoting the lifestyle and the whole getting outed and what that domino effect is like. And Dwight's been, for the longest, every time Dwight gets on some type of platform or this and that, people always seem or tend to ask him questions in regards to his sexuality, right? And I understand it. It's going to be clickbaitable. It's going to be whatever, and it's going to be this, that, and the third. But kind of to Anton's point, something that I don't necessarily truly always understand is if we live in a society, especially if we keep it within the black community, because, well, Dwight Howard is black. If we live in a society where we don't want something like that to be promoted, something like homosexuality to be in the forefront, why do we press so hard when Dwight says, what I do in my bedroom is nobody's business? What I do in the privacy of my own home is between me and whomever else is involved. Granted, this situation went however it went, so it came out how it came out. But it is just curious of like, well, why? What really is our motive behind pressing someone in society like that? Like, what good does it do for anyone that's not Dwight for him to just come out and say, yes, guys, I'm gay? What does it do now? How does that affect me? How does that affect my mom? How does that affect some of my coworkers? How does that affect President Biden? How does that affect the governor of Texas? Well, the way that it could affect it is depending on your perspective of it and your views and beliefs of it, your moral stance on it. If the nigga come out and now all he doing is repping for it, well, now you really more mad. Why not just let the nigga say, nah, I ain't gay. I'm straight. I just be doing freak shit. I just be wilding. Why not? Why not just let him keep the mystique about it? That would be like me. If I come out and say, yeah, I'm sucking 30 dicks. I'm sucking dick 30 ways in goddamn December. I'm letting niggas suck on my dick 60 different ways in March. Just wait till March come through. It's going to be the prime definition of March Madness. Now I'm all on IG with it. Now I'm just all out on Front Street with it. My homies mad. They disowning me. They ain't fucking with me no more. Now I'm putting pressure on my dad. Shit like that. Niggas asking questions. Oh, we seen you. We seen Don. We seen your son. Now he out here fielding questions and shit. For what? Who does it benefit? Who does it benefit? That's just like, that's like one of my homies in the group chat. He loved getting on my nigga Diddy. He loved getting on Diddy. And we all know that just the rumor of whether or not Diddy is gay. Diddy be saying wild shit on Brother Love. Oh, hey fam, when you gonna come party with me? Yeah, but when you really gonna come party with me and all this and that and whatever the shit, just this and that, right? And sometimes I'll be wanting to ask, bro, like, do you think you would be less or more disappointed if Diddy actually came out and said he wasn't gay? Or if he came out and said he was gay? But I think the question would fare better if he wasn't. Because it's almost like when we hear those rumors, it's like we want them. It's one of those things where it's like we want people to live their truth so bad until they actually live in their truth. We only want motherfuckers to live their truth if it can benefit us. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to make like, oh, okay, this nigga gay, so I'm not. So that now that just gives me the license to kill. Not murder, not literally, but the license to look down upon. The license to discredit no matter what. Oh, nigga, you be sucking dick. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about what you, nigga, you be getting fucked in the ass. Ain't nobody thinking about what you talking about. Who give a fuck about what you talking about when you out here doing this? I think that really, really be the reason why we really be pressed on niggas to say, hey, this is how I'm on it. Because like this nigga Anton said, and I'll run it back. What sense does it make? What sense does it make if, as a whole, as a society, that we claim that we don't agree with it and we don't want it and we hate seeing it in the forefront so much that we will want people that's prominent, quote unquote, and in the light and got influence to come out and rep that. Like, think about it. If Diddy was to come out and say, yeah, I'm gay, yeah, I'm bisexual, do you think that has a net positive or net negative effect on the LGBT community and that movement as a whole? Nigga, it's going the fuck up. It's Diddy. It's Diddy. It's fucking Diddy. It's going up. It's going up. If LeBron came, it's going up. If Drake came out with his nails painted and shit, he said, y'all niggas know the reason. I've been painting my nails for a minute. It's right there. Of course. Of course I'm swinging both ways. What you think you think that's a net negative for the shit? Come on. Come on. That's like the Israel and Palestine war. Do you think that it doesn't benefit Israel? You think it doesn't give them all the confidence in the world when motherfuckers like LeBron and goddamn America itself, its government, all these governments are backing them? Nigga, I got backup. We really finna take this shit up. Ain't nobody fucking with y'all. Y'all niggas late. We got all the backup. We got all the prominent voices. We got all the influence. Like, Floyd Mayweather out here sending investors. He's sending millions of dollars worth of this and that. Maybe that analogy didn't fully connect, but you get what I'm saying. Let me play it back one more time.
The dude was actually like, wanna where it then got to be a social norm. Whatever you gonna do, I'm cool with Dwight's perspective on it, because my thing is, I don't like the idea that people that live a different lifestyle got to promote it to where it then becomes a social norm to everybody else. My thing is, whatever you gonna do, I may not necessarily agree with it the same way I may not necessarily agree with people that cheat, right? But my thing is why do you got to promote it to where it then got to be a social norm, to where now I have to acknowledge what you doing in your own bedroom, whereas that should just be whatever it is that you got going on. My problem.
What if Dwight Howard understands the community that he come from, the black community, and he know what side of the fence we on, the values, this and that. Wrong or right, hypocritical or not, it don't matter. This is where we be at with it. This is what we voice, and I understand that. Not only do I understand it, I even respect it. I respect it so much so that, yes, I'm going to tell you niggas I'm straight every time. Because I don't want to be another nigga that's going against what everybody supposed to be going for. I don't want to do that. Even if I am doing it, I know I'm wrong. But that don't mean I gotta openly go against the family. I don't want to go against the family. Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Yeah. But that don't mean I want to go against the family. Let me just do my shit in peace. Let me just do my shit on the low. And when I see God, we're going to talk about it. And if he don't want to talk, then it's an open shut case. It is what it is. But let me handle it with him. I just thought that was a interesting take. And it just makes me wonder of like, I wonder why. You know? Again, I already know why. It's almost kind of like, I remember talking to this chick, kind of going back and forth on Twitter a while ago about people wearing like fake clothes and fake jewelry and shit like that. Actually, even me and Weezy, I think we had a podcast. We had talked about it. Cause my boy Smith had brought it up. Niggas wearing fake jewelry and all this and that shit. But the one on Twitter, I remember just telling Shorty like, all right, the reason why niggas is really pressed about you wearing fake shit, you wearing fake Gucci, fake Louis, whatever, you wearing fake whatever, is really because you put in work to be able to afford something that you feel like or felt like everyone else shouldn't have. They shouldn't have access to it because they not on this level. And by me being on this level, I get to separate myself. I get to separate myself from y'all. But if you wearing fake shit and a motherfucker can't tell, what's the phrase? A fool can't, when somebody's, what is it about the arguing from a distance, a fool can't tell who is who? Or some shit like that. Whatever the case, like if a motherfucker can't tell what's really real and fake, and we side by side, but you really got the real shit, you don't get to, your ego don't get to get stroked. Your surface ego, your surface level ego on the matter, it don't get to get stroked. because we look one and the same. And I think that's what it is on this too. Of just, yeah, we don't want the shit. We don't want the shit out. We don't want to see rainbow colors all in Target and blase, blase, blah, whatever the case may be. Yeah, we don't want to see it, but at the same goddamn time, we would love to know exactly who all you motherfuckers are, just so we can, if duty calls, we can persecute a motherfucker right quick. We can persecute a motherfucker right quick. And speaking of representatives, this whole Saucy Santana and Akademiks shit, I can't believe it's really blown up. Akademiks kind of went on a rant or did whatever the fuck he did, got on Carisha, got on the City Girls, this and that shit. And Saucy Santana has come to their defense, which if I'm not mistaken, this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time that Saucy Santana and Akademiks got into it. They going back and forth. Saucy going off on a nigga, say he gonna whoop his ass, then rape him. Now, I was really shocked. I was incredibly shocked to see online folk actually trying to say that Saucy was wrong. And I ain't trying to say that he right. But I just couldn't believe that there was even a position for sides to be taken. The reason why, in my opinion, is because I always figured, again, it's a license to kill. Right now, we in a war of words. We got beef. We battling. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say to you. Whatever the fuck I want to say to you. But is that wrong? Is Saucy Santana taking advantage? Is he maybe going too far with the leeway that he can get from being in that community and being able to say whatever he wants to a straight man? Because we definitely do understand the double standard of can't no man get into an argument with a woman online and say, after I beat your ass, I'm going to rape you. Can't no man say that. Can't no man say that whatsoever. But I still can't believe that this is actually even still a thing. It's really kind of crazy. It's really kind of crazy that folks are like pressed and saying like he shouldn't be able to say that, he wrong, like to bring up rape and this, like, who's taking it serious? Akademiks ain't taking that serious. He not taking that serious whatsoever. Apparently there was a video of him like crying about it or some shit like that. I ain't see it. I'm gonna have to find that clip. But if that is the case, I would be willing to bet my life that wasn't sincere at all. I think if anything, he was just trying to once again play into the double standard and see if motherfuckers really make it a big deal. And it seems like it maybe might have worked. It seemed like it might have worked that folk was kind of going crazy like that, but that's just, I don't know. That's just kind of wild. That's just kind of wild that folk, that really was a thing. Like, yo, these are two men arguing, saying whatever the fuck they want to say, and it is what it is. Like, I wonder if Mike Tyson had faced this same kind of backlash back in the day when he was like, Didn't he say that after I beat you, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna make you love it. I'm gonna fuck you so good, I'm gonna make you love it. That's how I'm gonna treat you, or some shit like that. Like he was wilding talking to his opponent. Nigga was saying the ill shit. You know what I mean? That nigga was saying that nigga was saying the ill shit. But if anything, I'd imagine back in the day that was probably just like even more just a shock or just a wow factor of like, oh, he really talking about how much he gonna dominate this nigga. And I feel like that's exactly what Saucy was saying. You know. Now also Saucy was also trying to say that Akademiks is gay, Akademiks is a bitch, so he gonna treat him like a bitch. So this and that. But even with that being said, that's still kind of wild of like, all right, is that really what we doing to bitches? Is that really what we doing to women? Is that really what we doing to just the weak? We raping the weak? We rape like anybody that's weaker than you is just that's just the default. Like I'm gonna knock your ass out and then take it from you. He kind of jumped out the window on that one. For real. That was rough. But yeah. On to the next. And how long have we been? 36 minutes. Maybe I did lie to you guys. Maybe this will be a short one today. I can appreciate it. You know, last week was Halloween. Like I said in the last episode, I went out, all this and that shit, whatever the case may be. Well, it was this week. Last weekend was just Halloween weekend, but Tuesday was actually Halloween. So I go into work on Tuesday. And one of the ladies that works at our counter, works in the front. She was dressed up and she had like she wasn't really dressed up in her costume or anything like that, but she just had costume accessories. And one of them, and her costume accessories were kind of like a devil. And it just kind of made me think. It just really kind of made me think. And I don't know why, but just kind of in that moment when I just seen it, I really was just kind of laughing to myself like, damn, look at us. Like, look how easy we do it. And I know I was just on a couple episodes ago speaking about Doja Cat and imagery of the devil and satanic, all this and that imagery and shit like that. But this one just, for whatever reason, it just made me think about it maybe in a different light because it was such a regular person and such a regular, like we at work, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even a full costume. It was just, again, the accessories, the horns. Maybe she had a tail on. Maybe she might have had like a minimum face paint or some shit like that. I really can't remember now. But it just made me think to myself like, damn, look how easy we just play with it. Like, look how easily we just play with the devil and shit like that. So it made me wonder like, was imagery of religion the worst thing that could have happened to it? Like, is the fact that, all right, like let's just think about Christianity. Let's just think about Christianity for a second. In America, there's you could probably go to 98.3%, like just wherever you want to go, every pocket, every corner, every crevice, anywhere in America, and probably 98.3% of the time, you gonna see a white Jesus with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's the imagery that you gonna see of what Jesus looked like in America. But we now understand, and not even just we now, I'm sure people always thought it if they really thought about it, and always knew it if they really thought about it. That if you take where the origin story of where Jesus is from and just the geographic location of it, well, there's no way he could look like that. Why would Jesus look like that? What would make him the anomaly to look like this in comparison to everyone else where he's from? Black people like to say Jesus is black. White people obviously gonna say Jesus is white. Whoever else is gonna say Jesus is this and that. But the truth of the matter is, he might not be black. He probably ain't black. He probably wasn't black. But we know for sure his ass wasn't white neither. It wasn't no way his ass was white. He might have been fair skinned, but he won't no white man. He won't no blonde hair, blue eyed motherfucker. So when we know that we have that imagery, now we can get to now. When we know we have that type of imagery now, and in 2003, especially in America, I can't speak for worldwide, but especially in America, to where it seems how far removed we've gotten from religion. Religion used to be in everything. Religion used to really kind of be in everything. We don't even do the moment of silence really anymore. We used to have moments of silence in school. If a motherfucker wanted to pray before school and shit like we had that. But if we can say to ourselves now, well, if motherfuckers is out here really false claiming, really false flagging of what this deity looked like, then how much stock should we really put into it? How serious should we really take all of this if motherfuckers is out here just falsifying it willy-nilly? Just recreating it to be whatever it is we want it to be because that's just what we want the narrative to look like. And that's just how we want to, you know what I'm saying? And it just really makes me think. Like, when I seen her at work, it really made me think, like, all right, what if we never, like, who the fuck came up with the imagery for the devil? Who made that? I'm sure it's been around for hundreds of years, maybe thousands, who knows? But who decided to make the imagery of what the devil looked like? And why? Because you know how we gonna act. You know what we gonna do. We're gonna fascinate ourselves with it. We're gonna imitate it. We're gonna appreciate, and that's the truth of the matter. We're gonna appreciate it. We will accept it. It just really makes me think, like, damn, are we taking religion? Are we taking God for granted? Are we taking him lightly now because we have a face to put to religion? It's making it has given us something to be maybe too familiar with. And with familiarity, it can breed a little complacency. And it also can breed for us just something to disagree on. If we all supposed to be one on the shit, like, it's almost wild to think. Like, that's how you just know it. As humans, we're creatures of habits, and we're creatures of habits of things that just don't really do well in the long run. But we always seem to make those mistakes. Like, somebody, whoever it was, let's just say in America, and maybe it started in slavery. Again, I don't know. I maybe I'll have to look it up, try to do some research on like when was the first image of Jesus presented in America? Because whoever did it, especially, Jesus Christ, especially if it was like in the 1900s. If it came post 1900s, that people start really seeing like pictures of Jesus just all around, and this is what Jesus supposed to look like, motherfuckers was not having no type of foresight. They never in their life assumed that eventually people would realize, that can't be right. That just can't be right. If you just go by the story itself, just the text in the story, this just ain't adding up. What you preaching and what you showing is not the same thing. That shit mismatches hell. How does that serve everyone? What good does that do for everyone if we all supposed to be on the same page, but you already giving us something to argue about? You already giving us something to disagree on because just out the gate, you just on some bullshit. And what religion is it? Maybe it's Muslims. I think it might be Muslims. I'd have to ask my nigga Bob because I feel like he know. There's some religion. There's some religion, and I do believe it is a Middle Eastern religion. I just can't think of which one it is, but like I said, it could be Muslims. That like you really can get fucked up for attempting to draw a picture or just shed light to the identity of the person they worship. Like it's serious. You might fuck around there. I think they might fuck around and kill you off the strength of that shit. Let me see if the group chat popping right quick. Let me see if the group chat. Hopefully my nigga Bob in this shit so I can ask a quick question. Noonie active. Noon. I'm live on the pod right now, and I really hope you can answer me ASAP. What religion and who is the god or deity that if you try to like draw a picture or describe who they are or whatnot, like it's a serious crime. Like you might die from that shit. Is that Muslim? Is that the Muslim faith? Cause my nigga big on like he big on following like Malcolm X and shit like that. I don't know. I don't think my nigga Muslim. He might. Well, I know he ain't Muslim, but maybe he is. I don't know. But yeah. So hopefully he get back to me and we can check that. He can school me on that. But yeah, so it just made me think. It just really made me think when I seen that. When I seen Shorty at work, like, damn, I wonder if the worst thing that could have happened to religion, especially Christianity, was putting a face to the name. Putting a face to the story. That's just like when somebody is telling you a story. You know what I'm saying? Somebody telling you a story, you might hear rumors about people, the myth, the legend, this and that shit, right? And whatever your perception of those stories are, when you finally get a face to it, that shit be throwing you off sometime. Like sometimes it's like, oh shit, like that's what they look like. I never would have expected that. I never would have blase blah. Like, oh, damn, I thought this person would have been bigger. Or, damn, I thought this person would have been shorter. I thought this person would have been whatever the case may be. You hear about a nigga that just be banging on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just knocking niggas out and all this and that shit, whatever the case may be. You thinking it's like 6'2", 220, 230, cop. He's a motherfucker. Nah. Then you really see, bro. And he like 5'7", 5'8", 160 pounds, some shit like that. You just like, oh, damn, like, This the nigga that got the wild record. This the nigga undefeated out here in these streets. Like, damn, I'm glad I know what that nigga look like now. I might have tried him. I might have tried him off some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If the nigga was 6'2", 6'3", big ass niggas, like, nah. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to let cuz live, because I'm trying to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. So yeah, it's just so anyways, yes, I just think it just really made me wonder. Allah, yes. It is Allah. Muhammad. Praise be upon him. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and feature my nigga Bob on the pod. Hopefully he don't say nothing crazy that I gotta fucking take out.
So I can't wait to listen to this pod, because if we go into this and you're saying like, hey, I'm gonna ask my partner Bob because he's smart, then I allow it. But if you like, I know a fake Muslim nigga, then why she gonna know the answer to this, right? Then I might have to put hands on.
Hey, you know what's so funny? I low-key said both. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't know. Like I said, I just know my nigga really rock with Malcolm X. Since like 2015 and shit like that. I feel like back in the day, this with me and my nigga Bob. See, y'all gotta understand. Me and my nigga Bob, we've been on not necessarily the same wavelength of thinking and shit like that, but at the same time, we do kind of be on the same shit. Like, we be on different shit, but our perspectives of just like how we kind of be looking at shit kind of just, I don't know, we just be kind of rocking like that. Like, we used to be big on hidden colors and all this and that shit. And what, nigga, what? 2015, me and Bob used to be on some crazy, and I'm definitely not even like no pro-black type nigga at all. But 2015, my nigga, we used to be in a good cow chat or the group chat on Instagram, whichever one it was, damn near daily. On that type of time. That's funny as hell. Shout out my nigga Bob for real. But anyways. Yeah, it just but all right, but that's it. Before I get out of here, that kind of goes to my point. I think it was Andrew Tate that was saying it. That maybe it was before he went to jail, maybe when he got out of jail, whatever the case. Long story short, he converted. He converted to Muslim. And he was saying, like, motherfuckers in the West, Christianity, like, their religion is a joke. They take that shit as a joke. This and that shit. I feel cuh. I don't know old girls' religious faith. I don't know. If I had to assume, because she got a deep ass Texas Southern drawl, she white, I could assume that she is a Southern Baptist. I could be 100% wrong, but I could assume. And if that is the case, and I ain't saying I ain't even trying to get on her for being hypocritical, because I didn't be hypocritical. We in America, we all hypocritical. That was kind of bro's point. But I'm just saying, if that is the case, you religious, Christianity, your faith, this and that, look how easy you play with the devil. Look how easy motherfuckers play with the op. Ain't nobody trying to go to hell, but we gonna dress up as the devil just because it's Halloween? Just because it's Halloween? Just because it's the one day out the year? Just because it's the one day out the year, that gives a nigga an excuse to play the devil? Knowing that we ain't supposed to be with that? Knowing that 8 times, maybe 9 times out of 10, just when you see 666 come up on something, you just kind of feel, because it's already in us. It's engraved in us. If you came up in it, it's programmed. You don't even like that. You don't like that shit. I don't be liking that shit. I be seeing 666 on certain shit, this and that, whatever the case may be, all coincidence. It just be like, damn, I hope this ain't some type of omen or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it damn, I'm really kind of like blanking out on shit today. Is it superstition? Is it truth? Is it I'm just saying. I don't think Muslims playing about that shit. I don't think Muslims out here on the low eating pork. I don't think if Lil Mama supposed to be wearing the face wraps that just because it's Friday and she going out, she want to go out and look cute, feel pretty, and get some attention, that she not gonna wear the shit. Over here in America, and it's probably a damn shame that I say it, majority of us, we gonna play like that. We gonna play like that. So yeah, like I said, and you can't be drawing no pictures of Muhammad. You can't be defacing, if that's a word or correct term. You can't be doing that shit with Muhammad. That's your ass. That's your ass. But yeah. Anyways, guys, it has been another one. Episode 158. Song of the week. Man, this has really been song of the week. I can't even lie to you. I've been singing this shit all week. When I heard that shit out last week, when I was out last weekend, niggas played that bitch over some rap beat. I can't think of what the beat was. It was a relatively popular beat. I can't remember what it was, but when bro did that mix, he did that clash, I said, oh, he going crazy right now. And everybody was in that bitch singing it. And truthfully, I don't know a motherfucker that's heard this song that don't like it. I know the white folk gotta love it. But even if you black, I don't know a motherfucker that's heard this song and don't love this shit. Because this shit really was going crazy when it dropped. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame, the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. Oh, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne, pour the champagne. I chime in with the haven't you people
really tired right now. I would be lying to you. I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't. Holy shit, what just happened? Oh, okay, for sure. We cool. I ain't even saved that. That's crazy. But anyways, whoo, guys, that has been another one. Episode 158, the Wylin for Respect podcast. I do appreciate everyone that does give it a listen. Shout out to all my folk worldwide. Shout out to all my folk in Columbus. I don't know who the fuck in Columbus running the numbers up. Y'all bots. Y'all be going crazy. I don't know what's going on. And I'm going to need the bots to pick it back up a little bit. Because now y'all just kind of giving me 30 and 40, 50 plays. Sometimes I be seeing 10, 15, 17, some bullshit like that. Like, what's up? Run my shit back up. I need to get back to the hundreds. I need to get back to the hundreds and the 200s. Like, y'all playing. Y'all playing. And if it ain't the bots, then y'all playing. Y'all got to start sharing this shit some more. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, dog. You feel me, dog. But, all right, folks. It has been another one. You feel?
I'm fighting for you, Jack. I'm fighting for you, Jack.
I'm from Virginia.